Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy JJK Anime, and today we are back in Anime Vanguards. I'm really liking this game a lot. I mean, if you couldn't tell, I mean, getting a level 107, you don't really do that overnight. I mean, I guess you can do that overnight if you're, if you're using them the thing. Today, I wanted to do my first unit showcase, and I thought it'd be very fun if I did a dual unit showcase. So today we're going to be showcasing, obviously, my boy Gojo and my boy Togi. Now, my Gojo over here, I mean, he's kind of like crazy. I mean, he's like my most optimal unit right now. He has Z+ on damage, Z+ on SPA, and godly on range. And he has solar. Now, a lot of people say solar is bad, and I gotta be honest with you, if you think solar is really bad, just like off the rip, it's not. It's pretty good. So, I mean, I have solar on my boy, and honestly, it is what it is. I am a free-to-play account, so the only money that I've really spent was able to get the VIP pass and the battle pass premium, and that's really it. But yeah. But these stats are like legit. Like I've never bought like rerolls or nothing, bruh. Here's my Togi. Now he's a little bit worse, SSZ+. I mean, he's like a step down from my Gojo, but honestly, he gets the job done all the same, and I really like the way that he looks. I was hoping that we could just infinitely keep getting a bunch of different Togis, because I'm pretty sure that they're like the resurrected Togi is like the shiny, but I mean, it is what it is. The only shiny I currently have right now is Julius. Honestly, whatever I show on this channel, assume that I'm doing it unless stated otherwise, or like unless it's really just impossible. Assume that I'm doing it with like that I did it free to play some way somehow. Without further ado, let's go ahead and let's just hop into an infinite. I'm thinking JJK infinite, so we can kill 2 birds 1 stone, and 2 bird 1 stone. My fault. So we can kill a couple birds with a couple stones, and we could just go ahead and get a lot of these cursed fingers. Now I do think that Sukuna really is in the game, but we just haven't figured out how to get him yet, because every single time you have like a cursed finger or whatever, if you click on view, it's gonna say like question mark is a way to obtain it. And I'm just thinking like it's just something that nobody's done yet, especially with Yuji. Now there has to be some sort of like secret value in like Yuji, because my Yuji also has solar. Isn't that crazy? Just something about him. But there's something in this game that right now is just hidden. Maybe he really isn't going to come until the 0.5 update, which, if you guys don't know, the game has so far had a 0.5 update before the big updates. I think they're going to continue with that 0.5 update, big update, 0.5 update, big update, which honestly, if that's what they're going to do, I mean, I can kind of forgive like bigger updates taking a long time. I've been yapping for a minute, huh? But other than that, let's just yeah, I low-key like really want to figure out, because it says the vessel is not ready yet, and I don't think that it would, like, I don't know, I just feel like he wouldn't be right here. Like his files are in the game somewhere, and he was in the trailer, so it's like there's gotta be like some sort of secret, but like you gotta do something, dude. Maybe like maybe I'm supposed to kill Mahitos with like Yuji's and it'll drop something, or that's what I'm thinking, or like maybe like Jogo, like just some sort of special interaction that you're never really gonna get. Alright, so let's go ahead and place down my boy Gojo. Now my boy Gojo, he starts off with blue, I believe. His passives are strongest sorcerer, damage plus 20%, SPA minus 10%, so he's already getting a buff on placement, plus he has cosmic. And if you don't know what cosmic does, now you guys really need to start paying attention to these elements, because look, damage plus 10% on placement lost after upgrading, right? So after I upgrade him, he lost a little bit, like ever so slightly, right? Let's go ahead and place my boy Togi as well. I think Togi's mechanic is actually very, very, very fun. It's very fresh, it's very unique. I like the switching between the two mechanic. I feel like that's like they said, they are doing stuff that's like very unique. So let's see where my boy Tojo is at on placement. 2.42k. I mean, not bad, honestly. Good starter. They're really not doing that bad. Gojo, after one upgrading, he has 4.77k, which is nice. I'm just gonna sit here and get my money up real quick, because honestly, they can take out, these two can probably take out like anything. Gojo has such like a wide, like he hits like such like a wide array, and yeah, let's go ahead and look at Togi's thing too. Damage plus 50 when no buffs are active on this character. So Haruka Rin does indeed like nerf him a little bit, and there's probably going to be a lot more units. They're probably going to release Really? They're probably gonna release like a Utahime unit, or like whatever, that one girl who can like buff people with like the ceremony and the dancing stuff, and it's probably just gonna be like, you know. But honestly, so like Haruka Rin will nerf this unit a little bit, but honestly, Toji's like really good and he does like a decent amount of damage, but realistically his best thing is right here, challenging infinity, range plus 20%. That's native, as you can see with the semicolon. I don't know if you guys play Dokkan, but in Dokkan, whenever there's like a semicolon, that means that's just it. Like that's just active. So because that's just the part of the passive. Attacks remove shields and ignore damage reduction. So yeah, if any like damage or any units have like damage reduction on them or whatever, like a boss or whatever, he'll just straight up ignore it. So that's really good. Damage plus 30 until an enemy is killed after removing shields. So once he removes the shields, he gets an extra 30% damage on that enemy, I believe, or he just gets an extra 30% damage until that enemy actually dies. So yeah, let's go ahead and keep upgrading Gojo. So as you can see, he gets a lot, and then he gets actually like just gets red. So what red is, it is a line, okay guys? So I know there's probably like a lot more interesting like, you know, showcases and stuff, but I like to really dig deep and like go in depth with these units and stuff and see them out and test them out in different situations. Now for Gojo, his best placement is probably like I don't know if you guys have this on in your settings, but you guys really should have these. Show max range on placement, right? So what that does is, look, we're gonna take out a Gojo, and then you see that white line. I don't know if that's it for everybody or if that's what the setting even does, right? But what you're gonna want to do is place him where that is hitting like the most, because Gojo does eventually evolve into a full AoE unit. Wave, which I forgot to say. He's immune to status ailments, so I'm pretty sure he's immune to, like, if you take him into Raid Act 4, he's immune to getting snared. And damage point +1 with each wave pass. I'm so glad it's not just 1%, because oh my goodness gracious, that would do so much. Let's go ahead and keep upgrading him until his next thing, and now he gets purple. Now purple is also a line AoE. As you can see the animations here. It's a pretty nice looking animation. I like it a lot. I mean, I don't like it as much as like his next animation, but like it ain't bad. It ain't bad. Let's go ahead and upgrade him into his Void ability, and with Void he gets this. So what Void is upon activation. Loki, I need to hurry up and kill this guy. So I'll explain it whenever we get max purple. Max purple, as you can see, it gave us like, oh my god, it gave us like an extra 20k damage. Now this is what's making Gojo the best unit in the game right now. He just does a ridiculous amount of damage, like during the upgrades, and honestly he doesn't even cost that much for what he does. Now we're gonna talk about Void. Upon activation, Gojo gains 50% damage, and all enemies in range are frozen for 10 seconds. Every kill while Void is active lowers SPA by 2% down to 10%, right? So you see how he's at 10.7%, right? So we're gonna sit here and we're gonna wait. By the way, I just want you guys to peep this animation real quick. Bro, this is so good. And I also like, bro, I also like the text. Like, oh my goodness gracious, dude, like they actually cooked with this, right? Anyways, so what that basically means is that he's gonna freeze every single enemy that's on the board. Doesn't matter where they're at, he's gonna freeze it, because infinity takes over all. Every kill that he gets, not every attack he does, every kill that he gets, right? So you'd probably want to wait until there's like a lot more, and then you press Void. Boom, and we just got the -10 at that, because there was already 10 units, right? So every single, so he's getting a lot of DPS. He's more so for like long running tasks. I'd say there's probably better units out there for stuff like tournaments, like Alucard for tournaments probably. Gojo's ridiculous. His Void ability is really crazy. His Void ability is nuts, and I think it's very fun that they're adding domain expansions into the game. I can't wait to see what they do for like an actual Yuji unit, not just a Sukuna unit. I would love to see a Megumi unit with the like incomplete domain, right? I think that'd be sick. Let's go ahead and move on to our boy Togi and start talking about him. Now Toji, I think we already went over his passive, but as you know, he removes shields. He has range plus 20. He damage plus 50 whenever there's no buffs active on the character, which is kind of crazy. I forgot what Haruka Rin does. Let me see, bro. What's her passive? Maxing out at 18%. So she does an 18% damage buff and a 10% range buff. So yeah, so like low-key you probably would like try to place your Harukarins somewhere where they're not really touching him. Let's go ahead and upgrade our boy Toji. He gets Spinning Staff, and with Spinning Staff it becomes a line AoE. I mean, it looks nice, it's a nice thing. I think he has Playful Cloud here. What I really do like is that the weapons actually do change. Like, it's not just the same weapon, you know, like that's pretty cool. The graphics in this game are freaking amazing, guys, like honestly pretty nutty. Let's keep going, keep upgrading him until we get Rock Expulsion. Now look, now he becomes a full AoE unit. Now this is unfortunately not his like his best or like this is not his like prime. So after this he gets Domain Breaker. Okay, now Domain Breaker is just a splash, like honestly it is what it is. After a couple more upgrades, he's gonna get Chain Blitz. Now, Chain Blitz is a cone AoE, and keep in mind, he's gonna keep this. Now, what I mean by he's gonna keep this is that his next ability, Cursed Inventory, this is really cool, guys. Now he's at his max. He's doing 15.33k. What's his stats? So that's just S rank. So if you have like a Z plus, a Z godly, you know what I'm saying, he's probably going to be doing a lot closer to like 18, maybe 20k. I don't know how much the multipliers are, like how much it really affects it, right? Now what he gets is he gets the Playful Inventory, not Playful Inventory. He gets the Hidden Inventory ability. What the Hidden Inventory ability does, let me just, Gojo attacks pretty fast too. Like the moment he's done, he's basically already charging up another purple. So what the Playful Inventory, I keep saying it, what the Hidden Inventory ability does is really cool, guys. It's very like specific. I like these thought-provoking game mechanics that they have somewhat. You can't just go in there and just hit auto and like just let them rock. Like that's not gonna be the best for him. First, let's talk about the passive. Cursed Inventory gains the ability Cursed Inventory. Wow, neat name. Using Cursed Inventory will swap between Chain Blitz and Domain Breaker. Domain Breaker gives a 25% range and boss damage, right? So on a boss, you'd probably want to turn on Domain Breaker, right? But Chain Blitz, he just gets 10% damage, right? So he loses the range, but he gets like 10% damage. So right now he has Chain Blitz, and he's doing 10%. So he has like a 10% damage buff, right? So if we turn that off, right, as you can see, his damage went down a little bit. If you re-hover over it, it's going to say Domain Breaker. Now, remember, Domain Breaker is a splash AoE. So what he's doing is he's actually switching between two different attacks. Since there are no bosses on the screen, there's really no reason to keep Domain Breaker open, right? We're just going to have Chain Blitz on here, right? So I think that's pretty cool, though, because you can have like a, say like Nightmare scenario happens, right? And like a boss leaks, you can put like a Togi back here, and since it's not a global cooldown, you can hit this, right? And now he's on Domain Breaker. He's just waiting on a boss. We're gonna go ahead and place a Haruka down. We're not gonna place a Haruka down around Togi because Togi indeed will get nerfed. So I want you guys to always keep in mind and always read these unit passives. It takes like less than a second. They're always like a sentence or two. Damage plus 50 when no buffs are active on this character, right? So the 15.33k. So I'm pretty sure if we place like a Haruka down. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Haruka nerfed him. Look. Now he's at 10.83k. Now look, nothing has changed. Not a boss has not come out here or anything. Haruka ability just activated. So big use for Togi would probably be like whenever they start releasing like a lot of stuff, or like for Paragon mode, he just straight up breaks shields. So now shields, if you have Togi, is probably one of the best things to go for. Just place down like 3 Togi at the beginning, set them the closest, and they're cooking. Like they're done. You can have a million shields, it doesn't matter. Togi is just straight up shields gone like that. Please don't nerf Togi. Nerfing Togi wouldn't do much for the game, really, or wouldn't really do much for Shield, except make Togi a worse character. And so he should have a 25% range and boss damage. So on bosses, that'll apply, but like his overall thing is done. But like if we set this to like strongest, right? He's gonna be doing a little bit more than that. So he's probably gonna be doing what? Plus 25% of 14k, 16, 17k-ish. I don't know. I'm bad at math. That's basically it. I do like that the bosses and enemies overall nowadays, they attack. So that's really cool. I like that. I enjoy that. You guys get the idea. You guys get the general idea. But yeah, I guess it's gonna do it for my very first unit thingamaboober. These guys are good. These guys are meta. They're definitely, Gojo is definitely top 1 because honestly that damage is free. I mean, I know I do have like very good like stats on him, right? Like Z plus, and godly, like that's nuts. Also, he had my first godly trade. Yeah, and keep in mind, guys, if they had like ethereal or something, they'd be like even better. But right now they just have solar, and I don't think I'm gonna I'm definitely not going to like trade solar off until like I feel like I can get an ethereal. So I probably won't do that until I have like 100 trade rerolls or something. Now I don't really save up my trade rerolls, but one thing I do want to do is start saving up gems so I could do very fun videos for you guys. Let's go ahead and end this video off with a multi-summon real quick. Anyways, guys, that's going to end it for this video. This was a dual showcase for Gojo and Toji. Honestly, these two guys are really freaking good. If you guys can't, you guys can definitely go get Togi. Like, honestly, even if you can't pull Gojo for whatever reason, I think it might be worth it. I don't know anything about Jogo or Choso, right? But I don't hear people talking about Jogo top 5. So, like, or even Toto. If you have, like, just a spare Toto, go ahead and just sacrifice him. Sacrifice him so you can get this guy. Honestly, he does a lot more. He's a lot better utility-wise. He does a lot more, like, for your team. He gets rid of those shields, and he's just really good. He gets rid of those shields. He's a boss killer. He's just godlike in general. Also, by the way, I do want to say that if you have him on the full AoE thing, he does indeed get rid of all of those shields, all of them. Attacks remove shields in general. So if you get him to like the full AoE stuff in like tournament or something, he's just getting rid of all of those shields. So I do recommend him for like tournament traitless and even traits too. But honestly, guys, I feel like a lot of us free-to-play players, we're not going to be doing a lot of trait tournaments. That's definitely for like the sweats of the game who spend like $1 billion on a game, which is fine. But yeah, Gojo over here, he just does an absurd amount of damage. Like, he's just crazy. Like, I just don't even know like how to even like realistically quantify him. Like, he's definitely my best unit right now, even with solar. I think solar's good though. I don't care. I think solar's good. It's a good trait. The fact that Gojo jumps up whenever he gets max purple is so crazy. He goes from like doing 16k or like 30 or like from like 16k damage to like 30 something k damage. It's like, oh my goodness gracious, bro. Like, that's nuts. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't, or go ahead and leave a dislike. I mean, honestly, if you left a dislike, also leave a comment to let me know what I did wrong. See you guys in the next one, and also make sure you guys tell the devs that you want kill units. Bye!